planning their attack. A cleric of Hazinda is sitting next to the Admiral. What does the Goddess of Knowledge have to do with a bloody battle? He commands the Flying Fortress. What will it be like to fight against demons?
Horrible. There's nothing more terrible than being exposed to the madness of such a creature.
They don't act or think as we do. Their bodies are not made of flesh and blood, and they're almost invulnerable to common magic.
How does one kill something like that?
With blessed weapons, a lot of luck, courage,
and a gigantic flying fortress.
You want to learn the prince's plans? Then let me see him.
Out of the question. That could be exactly what he wants. Stay away from that bastard.
I eavesdropped on the prince. He's looking for some garden. He wants to use it to seize power after the battle.
Surely not the Garden of Oblivion.
You know something about it?
Well, yes. It's just a legend, but they say there's a hidden cave somewhere in the Rashtulian Wall, near the volcano Rashtul Kancharot. The cave bears the name the Garden of Oblivion, because everything that takes place there is forgotten by time itself, whatever that means.
Does the legend also mention a mask?
Yes, there was something about that, but I'd have to do some research to be sure.
That doesn't sound like something I need to concern myself with. If Kasim's attention is really on a cave in the Rashtulian Wall and not on the battle, then he's no longer my problem, so we can safely turn our attention towards our actual goal.
The Garden of Oblivion? Have you ever heard of that?
No, never. But this story gets stranger from page to page. I may be mistaken, but something about this garden feels wrong. I can't say what just yet.
Keep reading.
Admiral Wahim turned a deaf ear to every warning, but I felt the danger emanating from this garden. The girl, on the other hand, had tasted blood. I think she imagined the garden was something that could help her achieve her ambitions. Only she didn't know precisely how.
What sort of weapon do I need in order to come with you?
We're fighting against demons, so something blessed would be good. Bring me some kind of weapon and my companion will take care of the blessing. He's a Deont.
Diont would be more like it.
Ariakos, please.
Does it matter what sort of weapon I bring you?
Something you fought with before. Leave everything else to my cleric.
I'll be back soon. That'll never work. Bless this weapon for me.
A simple dagger.
I'm fast and agile with it. It has done me loyal service.
That's enough for me. However, the blessing will take some time. Pick it up from me later.
Well, are you taking me with you or not?
I don't know what you think, Wahim, but I like her.
All right then. We set sail at dawn. Rest until then. The cots in Keishalri are far less comfortable than those here. You've come just in time, Xerxes. The girl has just joined our army, which in my eyes makes her a good bit more sensible than your entire council.
All right. If you vouch for her, as long as she doesn't hurl us all into disaster, I don't care.
He didn't like that at all.
Quite right. Well, back to the fortress for me. Here's to a glorious battle, you two.
I'm going to look round the library a bit. The talk of this Garden of Oblivion has made me curious.
I don't know how, but I definitely feel it. We're right in the center of Draconia here. Something's different about this lamp. This flame sounds different from the others. It almost appears to be singing.
boxes!
Calm down. I'm allowed to leave my room now. What sort of room is this?
A workshop.
And what do you do here?
As an ore elementalist, I study stones and crystals.
And dangerous artifacts.
Those too.
What are you studying now?
An elemental sphere. Don't bother me, I have a good feeling right now. The work is going very smoothly.
What do you know about this mask here?
I don't like it. It gives me an uneasy feeling.
Examine the mask.
Later.
When later?
Please, stop harassing me with your annoying questions. I feel good about this sphere right now. I need to make use of this inspiration.
You only research things that give you a good feeling?
I associate warmth and light with the sphere. With the mask, I associate only cold flesh and death. Does that answer your question?
Have you taken a closer look at the stuff on the table?
Briefly.
And?
It is ensouled. Longer study will show what lies within.
Aha. He knocked it off the table in his fury. It's broken. The stone tablet is broken.
Don't remind me. I tripped and now it's ruined. Every time I think about it, I almost lose my will to live.
A round piece of rock. What is this then?
It's a whetstone. I'm indifferent towards it. It just serves its purpose.
A pile of rocks. What are these rocks?
Don't be arrogant. They're not mere rocks. They're ores, and very important and valuable to me.
They chained it to the table. I can see the heat rise above it. It's hot. It smells terrible. Is that your tea?
Yes, it keeps me warm. Its aroma reminds me of comforting things and good times.
I've never seen anything like it. What's that?
You wouldn't understand even if I were willing to explain it to you.
How can I get him to examine it? I must learn more about it.
Stay away. This artifact might be dangerous.
It's aligned with this orb. Why not with the mask? What are you doing there?
I'm a researcher. I'm researching. How's that for an answer?
Street merchants use this to thrash little children when they catch them stealing. You must have a lot to keep clean.
Yes, and I hate it. I hate this broom.
A stone face is protruding from the wall. It's winking at me. Hey! No answer. It looks as though we're finally rid of each other. Aren't you talking to me anymore? As you wish. What happened to Rahwan was terrible. I hope you know that. Are you still mute? Fine. We don't have to talk. I can't lose my head now. A single hand rests in the center of the ornament. It's only a part of the seal. Something's still missing. An underground lake. I feel a rhythm, like a heartbeat. Another dragon monument? These halls seem to have no end. Hey! Only a little light is shining through. Behind it, I can see the shape of a large statue. Someday, they'll erect a statue like this for me. It's ice cold. I see water on the other side. It's shiny and clean. Just a moment, there's an odd indentation. I see water on the other side. There's an odd indentation.
Do you see anything that interests you?
No, nothing. He seems to be quite in his element.
The ice djinn in these halls has shown me the way to an ancient text. It's one of the few in which the Garden of Oblivion is mentioned.
And?
It's a travelogue by a mage named Halef ben Jalif. He was a servant of one of the Mogul mages and sent out to find the garden.
Which Mogul mage?
The last of the Moguls, Malakar. Unfortunately, he never found the garden, and fearing punishment, he began to hide from his master's lackeys. He feared that if he were found, they would, here I quote, "First place the mask on me, and then transform me into a lifeless artifact."
What sort of artifact?
Who knows? Perhaps a ring or a bracelet.
Or a staff?
Those old Moguls really knew how to ruin someone's life.
What was his name again?
He was called Halef ben Jalif. I wonder if they ever caught him.
What else do you know about Ben Jalif?
Not much. He was given the mask and sent out to find the garden. That's all it says here.
What does the log say about the garden?
It says that some sort of magic word is buried in the garden. A word that will awaken the true power of Malakar's mask, and that 3 secret chambers will point the way there. The rest is just incoherent nonsense.
Are you sure?
Yes. The search for the garden must have gone to Jalif's head. He babbles that the place was created by an ancient entity, a servant of time, and that Satinav, the Lord of Time, separated the garden from our spheres, so that nothing that happens in the garden would have consequences for our reality. Then there's something about lies that become truth, and a hole in the Book of Time. Obviously the inventions of a half-wit.
Three chambers show the way?
Yes, their entrances are located somewhere in Draconia. Keep an eye out for this symbol. You can have the pages, if you like.
Thank you.
However, to open the chambers, you need to have the mask with you. Until you have the mask, there's no point in searching for the chambers.
Are you inciting me to steal?
I'm only here to pass on knowledge. What you do with it is your business and yours alone.
The garden was created by a servant of time?
Correct. They say this servant sleeps in the 3 chambers and waits for a mage to wake him.
Does it have to be a mage?
Yes, only the presence of magic will disturb his sleep.
Who is Satinav?
Satinav is the guardian of time. He watches over the book of time and makes sure that no one disturbs or changes the things written there.
Has anyone ever seen him?
No, he's only a legend.
There's a spell buried in the garden which will waken the true power of the mask? What is its true power?
It says here that the mask presents its bearer with a choice. He either decides for sweet oblivion or to undo things which once happened, as if they never came to pass.
That sounds very powerful.
Oh yes, it does. More than a few would murder for such power.
That's enough for now. What did Jalif write about the garden again?
It says that some sort of magic and that he babble and that so that then this...
That's enough for now.
You know, I find it curious that you've never heard anything about this at all. I noticed your tattoo. You're a descendant of Malachi yourself, aren't you? Have you learned nothing from your forefathers?
No, I'm hearing about all this for the first time.
And our prince, above the observatory, he's your brother, isn't he? I just wonder what drives you. An uncanny determination glows in your eyes. Either you'll achieve the impossible, or you'll descend into the deepest madness.
I won't be stopped.
I only want to warn you. Please, take care of yourself. Do you see anything that interests you?
No, nothing. Why is it so cold here?
The Library of Draconia is supervised by the Ice Faculty. Writing is like ice. It freezes a moment in time. In this case, for eternity.
Just where have I seen this before? What kind of runes are these?
Oh, those are the symbols of the 6 elements. That's probably the symbol for ore. That rune stands for fire. That's clearly the symbol for air. That symbol represents ice. That symbol stands for water. That's probably the symbol for ore. That's the symbol for earth, if I'm not mistaken.
Who built these halls again? They would have immediately joined the army against the demons. They appear to be floating. What kind of sound is that? I've never heard anything like it. She's attending to the plants. What are you doing?
Psst! An earth spirit is sleeping beneath us. It sees to the fertility of the soil. Right now, it's asleep. Please be quiet, all right?
There's only part of it on the paper, but the cleric said I have to find the whole symbol to find the Garden of Oblivion. I don't see any connection. I've never seen that many fresh veg, not even in the pack. They're growing beautifully. We're directly above the room with the spheres. It's too deep, and I still need my legs. But I would meet him here of all places. As far as I'm concerned, he can rot in that hole. Hey, Kasim. He's ignoring me. Another air spirit is playing close to the wall. His presence made a rune appear. Come here.
He won't listen to you, Sadia. And why should he? You're completely powerless against the forces that surround you.
At least I didn't let them chain me up like a dog. An empty hexagon. I don't want to get too close to Kasim. I won't fly there until I actually have a reason to. I know now who you are. Your name is Halef ben Jalif. You were Malaka's servant. He sent you to find the Garden of Oblivion, but you only made it as far as Draconia. As a punishment, the mask was placed on you. Your memory was stolen, and you were made into what you are now. Yes.
What did the staff say?
It's not written here. The air elementalist could only write down what his spirit observed, not what happened in Saj's mind.
Rats! I've been waiting for this moment for so long, and now this.
So you're a victim of the mask yourself. I suppose I can forgive you.
The mask no longer seems quite so repellent, but I still get bad vibrations from it. I would break off my work on the sphere, but there's no good alternative at the moment.
That only works with magic artifacts.
The mask no longer seems quite so repellent, but I still get bad vibrations from it.
have to know something.
What?
How are you feeling now?
I would break off my work on the sphere, but there's no good alternative at the moment. The mask no longer seems quite so repellent, but I still get bad vibrations from it.
Is that your tea?
Yes, it keeps me warm. Its aroma reminds me of comforting things and good times. The mask no longer seems how repulsive. How can something so beautiful conjure such ill feelings? Time to devote myself to something nicer. So that's it.
Is there anything new?
The mask is a reservoir. It stores memories.
Sure, by draining them from people.
Yes, but that's trivial. What's really fascinating is that it stores everything which happens around it. It's as though it observes the world in silence and takes note of everything. If we were to succeed in reversing its effect, we would have access to an enormous archive of past times. I have a good feeling about this.
How can the magic of the mask be reversed?
That sort of thing takes time. I would attempt to weave a modification of a reverse Salis into a gemstone and then attach that to the mask. If the spell inside the mask is then recited, it should have the converse effect. Instead of emptying the wearer, it would begin to transmit stored memories to him.
Take this ruby, weave the reversal spell into it, and reverse the effect of the mask.
I told you, it isn't that easy. First, I need to examine the quality of the stone. Possibly grind it again.
We don't have time for that. I want to know what the mask knows. Please, you have to do it.
I will, but not yet. Such hasty action would be much too risky.
Do as I tell you.
Such an intervention is dangerous.
I need everything I can get my hands on in order to survive in the gore. My life is at stake here, so do it.
Yeah, we can do all that. You'll now become either completely stupid or entirely enlightened. Fadan faskadan esplasta quatan, humurelor gras ferel goran, hulbe mutir gerul felan, juntir quatan feluntir zodan. Hey, can you hear me?
I had a vision.
Someone else's memory? So it worked!
You sound surprised.
You're very lucky that you're still able to speak. What else did you learn? Did you learn any new skills? If so, show me. You can cast spells?
I only remember this one spell. No, wait. There's more.
The more frequently you call upon the memories in the mask, the more they'll be accessible to you. Take off the mask. Do you still remember?
No. The spells are gone.
As I suspected, the effect is only active as long as you wear the mask. Put it on again and cast the second spell. Stop playing with my thoughts. Let me try one more thing. Remove the ruby and put the mask on again. Can you still cast spells?
Yes. I remember more and more.
Ha! I'm brilliant! Once the ruby has created a connection between the wearer and the mask, the bond remains even without the stone. That's enough for now. Give me the mask and you can go.
It was turned into a small crystal. I suppose the spell isn't very precise about what sort of stone it transforms someone into. I'll only transform him back once I know where that garden is. He was turned into a small crystal. I suppose the spell isn't very precise about what sort of stone it transforms someone into. Whatever this is for. What is it? What do you want? The face is reacting to the strange orb. I think it wants to follow me as long as I have the orb. Yes, that's true. It takes people's memories away and leaves them behind as if that scares me. I won't put it on again before I've found those 3 chambers. It just followed me. What would I do with a pile of glittering rocks? I don't much care for random guesswork. No. Come out, whoever you are.
Do you see any...
No. Spirits of the water, rise. He isn't reacting. Perhaps he's a higher being than the other spirits. Yalla, come out. Spirit of the flame, come with me. I don't much. The indentation is shaped like one of the hands in the seal, but it's not complete. That won't get me anywhere. The spirit is reluctant. It's probably not his element. The spirit is mine now. I won't send him back until he's done serving my purposes. I'm not going to do that again unless I need to. No, that's not it. He's playing with the others now. Just where have I seen this before?
That rune stands for fire. That's clearly the symbol for air. That symbol represents ice. That symbol stands for water. That's probably the symbol for ore. That's the symbol for earth, if I'm not mistaken. That rune stands for fire. That symbol represents ice.
What kind of... I don't want to get too close to Cass. I won't fly there until I actually... There are 7 runes engraved on it. I don't know how, but I definitely feel it. We're right in the center of Draconia here. mask. Huh? I guess the seal replaces a door. What? Am I locked in here? Is that an invitation? Plants are growing from the walls. Is this an anteroom of the garden? I could petrify them all with my spell. Now that's just uninspired. I feel the mask in my pocket. It's pulling me, drawing me there.
Who is doing magic in my chamber? I've slept for so long. Please, awaken me with your magic. All of a sudden, I'm getting so sleepy. All of a sudden,
No, that...
Don't be frightened. Remain seated. There's something you should know. Listen well, and you will understand. Once there was Satinav, the guardian of time. Satinav wrote everything that happened, was going to happen, and had happened in his book of time. Anyone who deviated from the path written in the book or sought to rewrite time was punished by Satinav with the worst punishment that could ever be inflicted on anyone. He ripped the poor soul from its existence as if it had never been there at all. What no one remembers is that Satinav had a servant. Me, the Djinn of Time, Nemoremnon. In the name of my lord I roamed the ages, punishing heretics and healing the rents in the fabric of time that their heresy had caused. I was powerful, and yet I was only a servant to the boundless tyranny of a careworn master. Then came the day on which everything would change. When a woman came before Satinav with her dead son, she begged for the life of her child, for an adjustment of time. But Satinav, in his infinite cruelty, would not listen. I, however, took pity on the creature, and in an act of boundless benevolence, I created my mightiest tool, a mask. My mask. And I gave it to the creature, so that never again would anyone lose something so precious.
Weird. Hey, Kasim. He's ignoring me. Hey. Forget it. First, I have to find this garden. Now I can fly to the fortress any time, but first I need to know what this garden is all about. The power that Kasim seeks there could help us in battle.
Nice to see you again, girl.
I talked to the Djinn of Time.
Really? Tell me! Nemoremnon, so. A strange creature. Let me know if you learn any more about him.
What did Jalif write about the garden again?
It says that some sort of magic word is buried in the garden. A word that will awaken the true power of Malakar's mask, and that 3 secret chambers will point the way there. He babbles that the place was created by an ancient entity, a servant of time, and that Satinav, the Lord of Time, separated the garden from our spheres, so that nothing that happens in the garden would have consequences for our reality. Then there's something about lies that become truth, and a hole in the Book of Time. Yet more stupid blather.
If I want to enter the garden, I have to find the 3 chambers first, right?
Yes, but before that, you need Malakar's mask, and then you must find and complete all 3 eye symbols.
That's enough for now. What else do you know about Ben Jalif?
Not much. He was given the mask and sent out to find the garden. That's all it says here.
See you later.
Keep me up to date.
It's better if he doesn't learn more than necessary about my plans. It now has the power to reverse the effect of magic artifacts. No. It's ice cold. I'll only transform him back once I know where that garden is. No, that's not it. There's nothing else in... It's shaped like the mask.
Again, I can barely stay awake. Open my eye. You have returned. Here now, the second act of my tale. The history of the mask. The mask presents the creatures of the world a choice. Upon those who wear it and speak the ancient incantation written upon it, I bestow blessed forgetfulness, so that the pain of loss gives way to an unsullied new beginning. If the wearer speaks my true name, however, I appear to them and fulfill any wish they have. Whatever was lost, I recover from the depths of the past and bring into the present. Thus, over the years, the dead have awoken to new life, and kingdoms have shone with old glory. My beneficence was boundless, and in my mercy I have overwritten the tyranny of the book of time. Yes, it was my name that did all this. My name outshone everything. Not Nemoremnon, as the giants call me, but rather my true name, my secret name. Satinav sought to banish my name into oblivion, but again I outwitted him. In the shadow of Luz, I found the one place into which my master could not see. There I dug a hole, and in this hole I placed my name. And from my name grew a garden. Anyone who wore the mask and found the garden would also find my name. My name in my garden. The garden of eternal oblivion. The garden of my forgotten name.
Nice to see you again, girl.
I've been in 2 chambers now.
Don't beat around the bush, tell me! I'll make note of your every word. Posterity must learn of this.
See you later.
Keep me up to date.
The drawing fits exactly. It's only a part of the seal. Something's still missing. I see water on the other side. There's an odd indentation. I don't much care for random. No. Another time, perhaps. That's no regular fire. It keeps changing its shape. The halls are filled with the crackling of lanterns. That's no regular fire. No, that's not it. Another air spirit is playing close to the wall. His presence made a rune appear. Come here. He won't obey. That I would meet him here of all places, as far as I... Hey! He's... Now I can... But first, the power. In the meantime, I learned to fly without one. I've never trusted this kind of magic. I'd rather not. That won't lead to anything. I see water on the other side. It's ice cold. Someday, they'll erect a statue like this for me. I see water on the other side. It takes people's memories away and leaves them behind as empty shells. That scares me. I won't put it on again before I've found those 3 chambers.
That rune stands for fire. Do you see anything that interests you?
No, Nothing. Why is it so cold here?
The Library of Draconia is supervised by the Ice Faculty. Writing is like ice. It freezes a moment in time. In this case, for eternity.
We're in the foundation of the fortress. The pillars stretch into infinity. Only a little light is shining through. No, that's not it. Behind it, I can see the shape of a large statue. The drawing fits next to the hand, but the seal still isn't complete. An underground lake. I feel a rhythm, like a heartbeat. I don't even know where I should start. Now that's just uninspired. Now that's just
That rune That symbol. That symbol. That's the symbol for Earth.
Why is it so cold?
The light writing in this.
I can't lose. No. How odd. Light is falling on the corner, and yet it's as dark as the deepest night. I hear a whisper, like something evil lives there. What's that? In the center of the darkness, there's a pedestal. And on top of that, feels like a lamp. I'll take it. Huh? Did the darkness come from the lamp then? It feels like a lamp, but it's emanating darkness instead of light. Is it possible to reverse the effect of the darkness? Yes, now it's as bright as the sun. The ruby reverses the effect of the magical darkness. Now I have a regular old lamp. I see water on the other side. The seal is now complete.
You're back. Awaken me, and we can end this tale. There's one more thing you must understand. My garden and the surreal miracle of which it is capable. Oh, how I love it. My garden, with my name. How singular it is, how beautiful, and how jealous it makes Satinav. Yes, he hates it. He hates it so much that he separated it from your world. He hates that he cannot see into it, that he doesn't know what happens there. Whenever someone enters my garden, his quill pauses, and a page in his book, in which all else is written, remains blank. He hates it so much he decided that nothing that happens inside it can have any consequence for the world outside. Go in and break a branch, go out, and in the eyes of the world, it was never broken. But whisper what happened in the garden into Satinav's invisible ear, and he will add it to his book of truth. Only then do these actions become reality and the branch broken. Tell him what you will. If he believes you, then every word becomes true. But woe unto you if he learns that you have lied. Then he'll show his true face. He'll pursue you, and he'll tear you to pieces. For he is old, jealous, and depraved. Only I am great. Sadhya, you have come so far. Embark on the final leg of your journey. Follow the path from Draconia down to Satinav's watching pillar. There, I'll appear to you, and if you wish, show you my garden. My garden. My name. My great mercy.
I didn't understand that bit with the branch.
You mean the garden?
I mean everything. The garden, the mask. I couldn't really follow all that. Could you?
I didn't think it hard to follow.
The Garden of Oblivion. Why does every word become true there?
As far as I understood it, it's because Satinav doesn't know what happens in the garden, but he has to know it in order to write it down in the Book of Time.
Does everything have to be in that book?
Apparently. In any case, his ignorance makes him furious. That's why he made sure that everything that happens in the garden doesn't affect the outside world until someone tells him about it. What would be a good example? Let's say you take a ring into the garden and enchant it there, all right?
All right.
As soon as you leave the garden, the spell vanishes.
Why?
Because you enchanting the ring isn't written in the Book of Time. And if it isn't written in the Book of Time, it didn't happen. Only once you talk about it outside the garden.
And Satinav hears me.
And Satinav believes you. Only then will he open his book and write, Geron went into the Garden of Oblivion and enchanted Brida's ring. And then the ring is enchanted.
What if I lie?
Well, if Satinav believes you, then the lie becomes true. At least until he finds out that you lied. Something tells me he doesn't like being manipulated.
You got all that from the journal?
I thought it was obvious.
What can the mask do again?
It presents you with a decision. If you wear it and speak the formula on the inside, you lose all your memories. But if you speak the name of the Djinn of Time, he appears to you and brings a piece of your past into the present.
I guess I sort of understand, but by the 12 the world was mad back then.
Oh, nonsense. On the contrary, back then it was full of real magic. A mask that brings back the past, a garden that makes lies the truth. Compared to all that, the miserable hocus-pocus we know today is nothing.
Keep reading. Oh no. What comes next?
Someone else added something here in the margin. After my princess learned the way to the garden, she came to me one last time. The staff!
I don't know what awaits me there, but I will go to the Garden of Oblivion. I have to know what Kasim wanted there.
Be my guest. I wouldn't dream of standing in the way of your madness.
I want to apologize to you. You always wondered why I freed you from the burial chamber. Well, I needed an audience. Someone who would observe all my deeds and remember them forever. I only needed to impress you enough, and you would have never forgotten me. I used you.
And why are you telling me this now?
It's the garden. It scares me.
Scared? You?
The Djinn of Time is a wrathful being. Also, I could be playing into Kasim's hands there. I'm afraid I'll never come back out, and the world will forget me forever.
Oh, that won't happen. No. You're a wonderful woman. If I had knees, I would have proposed to you a long time ago. I thought you wanted to impress me.
You hated me a moment ago, and now you're in love with me?
What makes you think that? You're the last woman I would fall in love with. The woman I would fall in love with is dangerous and unpredictable. Mysterious. Moody.
That sounds just like me.
No. The woman I would fall in love with is so calculating and devious that I could never trust her. But you, Shahrazad, I trust you now. For whatever reason that may be.
The air mage already declared his willingness to come along to the Flying Fortress as an observer. I asked him to take you on board with him.
You what? Now that we are finally friends, you're going to send me to my death just like that?
If I survive the garden and make it to the battle, I want to fight alongside you.
Then please survive. I do not want to wind up in the nether hells all by myself.
You won't.
I'm serious, Shahrazad. If you don't come out, then I'll come and get you.
Don't worry. It doesn't matter how hopeless my situation is. I always have something up my sleeve. I'll be back soon. Right. There we are. The trail led me here. It seems to be just a normal old rock. It only just appeared, as if someone were expecting me. If everything's correct, then this must be the entrance. The trail led me here. First, I should make sure I can get out again. First, I should...
Sit down, Satya. You really did come. Put on my mask. And dream of my name.
What an honor. My ruby on the holy mask of the Djinn of Time. Satya, really? Now all I lack is the name of the Djinn.
As if I would ever tell you that.
Oh, you don't need to. Have you forgotten that we're in the Garden of Oblivion? Everything that happens here will only be real if someone tells Satinav about it. My servant will simply claim that I found you here and tortured you until you finally told me the name. No actual blood and only one little lie. But the lie will be truth in the eyes of the world. I'll leave this place and it'll be as if you really had revealed the name. But shh, keep it between us.
I will find you, and I will destroy you.
Of course you will.
I can't reach it without help. Hello? Hello? There you are. I thought you were going to abandon me. Let's get out of here.
Halt! One move and you're dead.
Oh.
Climb back into the hole. Now!
You're a girl of the streets, am I right?
Shut your mouth.
Yes, you are. You're not tattooed. Kasim has always loved playing with destitute little girls.
Shut your mouth.
Why are you trembling? Shouldn't I be the one who is afraid?
Kazim said I should kill you if you don't obey.
Really?
Don't make me do it.
Go on, shoot.
This is my last warning. Jump into the hole.
I wasn't tortured at all.
You can't prove that.
Do you see any wounds?
Why won't you just do as I tell you?
Oh, you can't kill me. At least not out here. You said that I died in the garden, didn't you?
Stop it!
But then, how can I be standing here, talking to you? By the gods! Where did she go?
Satinav tore the girl to pieces. With that, he corrected the course of things. The prince no longer knew the name of the Djinn of Time, and Sadja was once again free. My air spirit took her to the flying fortress and then reported back to me. Although it's impossible for him to lie, I advised him to be careful with his report. Every event that took place in the garden must be told as close to the truth as possible in order not to play into the hands of the garden's twisted logic. That ends the entry.
Is that all?
Right at the end, there's something on the last page.
What's that shouting outside?
I'll look. Geron! The Ptolemies have been spotted in the forest. The town is preparing to hunt them down.
This on top of everything else.
This time, the army and the School of Arcane Combat are involved too.
Can you try to stop them?
I'll see what I can do.
Thanks. The whole forest is swarming with mages and soldiers. We should split up. How's your wing?
Fine.
Good. Then you can search the forest from above and I'll stay below. We'll meet back here. You got that?
Yes. I hope I can find this place again.
Nuri, this is your old waterfall. You lived here for years.
Yes, that's right. See you soon.
too steep. No one can get across that.
Hello!
I can't let on what I'm doing as long as the mob is still roaming about. The troops probably knew why they moved on.
Hi! Where are you?
I can't let on what I'm doing as long as the mob is... It's deeper than it looks. The bottom is muddy, like the quicksand Giacomo once told me about. I'd better not take any risks. Looks like the tree trunk was once used as a bridge. It needs to be tied down on both banks, or it'll be too unsafe to cross. Nothing to be done the normal way.
Hey, come out of there! You aren't the messenger at all. By the 12, how much longer is this going to take?
Do I see determination in his face, or is it discontent? You look upset.
Upset? I'm furious. We've been waiting for instructions ever since we got to this bog, but the messenger bearing our orders just won't show up. If you see him, send him here.
Do you think the Ptolemies were here?
No. They most definitely weren't here. Nobody would come here voluntarily, and if they did, then they've long sunk into the bog.
Good news. There are new orders.
Bad news. I can only accept orders from the messenger. Send me the messenger and maybe I'll finally be happy.
Where can I find the messenger?
How do I know? He's carrying a torch and running from group to group, but he doesn't dare come here.
Good luck.
Thanks.
That fellow again.
You again?
I'm helping with the search.
Right, that's your specialty, catching vermin. Then let's see what you can do.
Have you found any trace of the Ptolemies?
No, and we won't find any here either. We were already here before the search party, on practice maneuvers. If those rats had crept in the direction of the swamp, we'd have seen them.
There are new instructions from above.
Says who?
Says me, and the leader of the search parties.
If you really were part of our bunch, you would know that only the messenger can pass on orders. And you're not the messenger. I could see that from a mile away.
Where do I find the messenger?
Maybe he's here, and maybe he isn't. Only one thing's for sure. It's none of your lousy business. Go back to catching your little Tweety birds and leave the rest to the real men.
Good luck to you. He certainly isn't here, otherwise they would have found him. He certainly isn't here. They say the messenger carries an enchanted scroll. I seem to have missed him. He won't keep it up much longer. Are you the messenger?
Unfortunately, yes. Right now, I just want to sleep.
What's the deal with the scroll?
It's a magic scroll. The mages can see it gleaming in the dark and then don't attack me.
What's written on it?
Nothing. All that matters is what I have to say. All the orders have to go through me first. That makes me one of the most important people here.
If you're so tired, just let me do this.
I can't. I signed up for this job, and I'll finish it. As long as nothing unexpected gets in the way, I'll manage.
Sweet dreams.
I'm trying not to.
Nuri should be back by now. Still awake?
More or less.
Have you been to the search party in the marshlands?
I'd hoped nobody would notice. That's so far off the beaten track, I thought I could skip the marsh until there are new orders.
Well, the group leader is pretty angry.
Yeah, I'm on my way.
Let's hope nobody takes advantage of this. Well then, nighty-night. Well then, nighty-night. She's trying hard to look busy. Young, stubborn, and a little bit lost.
Please talk to my commander. She can help you better than I can.
Hey! Have you found anything yet?
In this part of the forest? No, we only just got here. Originally, we were 2 groups, combing the forest north and south of here. But without luck. Maybe we'll have more luck here.
I'm looking for the messenger.
He was here and instructed us to hold our position until further notice.
Is he still here?
I don't know anything about that.
Good luck. What do you know? He's part of this too. Sir Rathling?
Well, if it isn't Garon. I haven't seen you since last winter. If I remember correctly, that was shortly before the seer vanished. How have you been since, you old rascal?
Has your group found any traces of the Ptolemies?
We know that they came past here once, going east to west, or west to east. We aren't exactly sure. We can't investigate either because we were ordered to hold our position for now. I hate sitting around with nothing to do.
To be honest, I don't know you any other way. I'll keep looking then.
Farewell, Garon.
What luck. They still haven't found him. Is he here somewhere? Nuri. Did you find them?
No. The forest is just too big. I don't even know where I should start.
We have to hurry. You're turning more and more into a raven. You almost forgot where we are.
That's not true. That's my cave back there. I live here.
You haven't lived here since last autumn.
I haven't?
No, you live with me in the city.
Right. I remember.
On your next round, I want you to fly a very specific route.
Which one?
Start at the campsite and then fly over the river to the rock, then return here.
All right. See you soon. Garon! Garon! There's a little girl sitting in the branches of a tree.
Where exactly?
Close to the river. A man and a woman are standing in front of the tree. The woman is looking at a map. Can I try to distract them?
Try it.
Good. See you soon. Woohoo!
Did you hear that?
Catch me if you can.
Don't let yourself get distracted. 2 men follow her, the others remain here.
Yes, ma'am.
They're boring, and there are way too many. 2 of them chased me to the river, but the others stayed at the tree.
Rats. Well, thanks anyway.
You're welcome.
I haven't ordered a halt, Ryder. What's going on? Why aren't the troops moving?
If we search farther inland, we'll get too far from the town. Andergast would be at the Ptolemedes' mercy with no protection.
But what if they escape us?
Old tracks indicate that they're staying nearby. I think it would be better to hold our position and follow a few select paths, rather than move haphazardly towards the Oakwood.
All right. I'll give you some time. But if we haven't found a new trail by then, we'll do as I say. Until then, this is your responsibility.
Understood.
Everything started with this.
Hey, don't touch that. The whole campground is part of our search for the demon worshippers.
Hey, that's the fellow who was playing with the fireball in the courtyard of the School of Magic yesterday. I want to help with the search. Is there a trail?
Well, the Ptolemedes were here until recently, but we don't know in which direction they fled. You should leave It's too dangerous here for a peasant.
How do you know if one of the groups has found something?
A messenger runs from group to group with a torch, keeping everyone up to date.
How can I recognize him?
You can't. He's carrying an enchanted scroll that is visible in the dark, but only to mages. That way, we can find him without trouble, but no one else can.
Bryder?
Talk to me if you have something to say, Birdcatcher. Bryder has finally answered my call. She says she's ready to lead our search in my name. I expect her to get back to her usual excellent performance.
I won't disappoint you.
I advise you not to.
I'm supposed to pass on an order from the other groups.
Blasted hotheads! Whoever it was who sent you, tell them that nobody gives orders here but me, unless they excel next year as well as Bryder has. But I can only dream of such an outcome.
What was that about the messenger again?
He runs from group to... he carries...
I hope you find those monsters.
I'm certain we will.
This might come in handy in the dark forest.
Halt! Where do you think you're going?
Niemand darf in das Zelt der Beschwörer, also verschwinde!
Fahi! Where are you? I can't let on what I'm doing as long as the mob is still roaming about.
What is it?
Your wait is at an end. I'm the new messenger, and I bring orders to move out.
Wrong. The real messenger is asleep at the entrance to the bog. My men saw him there. Wake him up and give him back his scroll. Then maybe I won't report you.
Good luck.
Thanks.
I'm here to keep them from searching, not to equip them. I'm the new messenger now. Hey! There are new orders.
Boy, is this man the messenger?
He's carrying the messenger's sign, at least.
That's enough for me. What are the orders?
Your group is supposed to break off the search in this part of the forest and move on.
Along the river? We just came from there. Well, all right. Orders are orders. But I'm not going to abandon this whole section of the forest. You stay here, boy. Shout if you see anything suspicious.
Yes, ma'am.
That's one down. Nuri, I need your help. Can you try to lure the search party away from the girl?
Nana, here I am.
What? Who's there? Hey, there's somebody here. Come quick.
Hurry up, I'll be gone soon.
Hey, where are you? Just wait. I'll get you.
It worked. He's gone now.
Well done. You can come down. They're gone.
Where's Papa?
That's what I wanted to ask you.
He's at the waterfall.
You really do have a talking raven.
I found Fahi and sent him to the waterfall like you wanted. There are a lot of people between here and there.
I'll try to smuggle the girl through. Maybe Bryda can help me.
Hurry! Those hunters seem to be smarter than you.
This might come in handy in the dark forest. Everything started with this.
Well, the troops have waited long enough. Your strategy cost us time. I'll give you one last chance. What's our next step? You again. Your little visits are starting to annoy me. Get lost.
Wait, maybe he has something important to tell us.
He's been creeping around you for days. You probably aren't aware that you have assets other than your strategic skills. I don't ever want to see you around my successor again. Do you understand? Out! And now back to our problem. Don't disappoint me.
This is my chance. Bryda has to move the troops so the path to the waterfall is clear. But how do I tell her that without him finding out? The back of the tent is darker than the front. The fabric is too thick to shine a light through. I'll just make a little tear. It's so small that no one will notice.
You can't be serious. Have you forgotten everything I taught you about the high art of strategy? If I didn't know better, I'd think you were delaying us on purpose.
But what if they really did summon a demon? Demons are chaotic entities. They don't act according to our rules. We need to be prepared for anything.
All right. But be aware that you're walking a very fine line. I gave you the command solely out of my belief in your skills. I can take it away from you just as easily. The future of our kingdom is at stake.
As if this stinking hole ever had a future.
This is your last chance. What's your next order?
I have to give her a sign somehow.
Don't push your luck.
I can't reach them.
This is the situation. We have no eyes on the northern forest, but we can't move too far from the town and risk leaving it unprotected. I suggest sending out a couple of scouting parties. Andra's group should move out of the region north of the stones and head for the oak wood.
That would create a gap in our position. It would be easier to sneak past us.
But the town would be safe. There's a lot of fear and anger amongst the troops. We shouldn't mindlessly risk our safety.
Fine. I'll give the order, but if I find out that this is a deliberate attempt to confuse us, then may the gods have mercy on you. It would be an act of high treason, and I don't want to see your head under an axe.
Don't worry, it won't come to that.
Made it.
Geron, wait.
I'm sorry I'm causing you so much trouble.
Oh, nonsense. We have a problem. A second search party is supposed to go towards the waterfall. I'm ordered to lead it.
Oh no, that's where Fai is.
Yes. I'll try to lead them astray, but it won't be easy. Stay calm. I'll take care of the rest. This isn't quite as exciting as the Gorian Desert, but still, I'll see you.
I hope she knows what she's doing.
I must say, Giacomo didn't promise too much. You're a true hero, Garon. I am deeply in your debt.
Don't rejoice too soon. Ryder's search party is still nearby. We have to be careful.
When the night is over, we'll leave Andergast. The weather is much too cold, and the people know nothing about hospitality.
But what about our deal?
The deal is off.
What?
I mean that you no longer have to solve the riddle. You saved my daughter. That's more than I ever asked of you.
Does that mean you'll change Nuri back?
Yes, that is... No, I won't do it. He will.
Oh no.
Don't worry. He's a friend.
Salam, Geron. I think it's time to stop playing hide and seek.
Who are you?
Oh, you've long suspected, haven't you? Once a man, then a magic staff, and now, somehow both. I look terrible, but not half as terrible as the things I've seen.
Why are you here in Andergast? What are you looking for here?
To understand that, you need to know how Satya's tale ended soon.
Garon is no longer involved in our business, I'm afraid.
Really? Pity. I imagine you have many questions, right?
You petrified all the people.
Correct. Fahi and I have an agreement. He helps me solve the riddle, and I protect him from unfriendly rabble. That grey-haired mage, on the other hand, I petrified solely out of self-preservation. He stole my princess's ruby.
How have you lived so long?
Even in this shape, I'm still an indestructible magic staff. Time alone won't kill me. And I had a great deal of time in my life in which no one wanted to kill me. To say nothing of even knowing that I existed at all.
What's going on with Sadya's story? Why do I keep dreaming about it?
There is a hole at the end of her story, and Fai is helping me fill it. Her tale has not yet ended, and I'm here to change that.
The dreams aren't Sadya's memories. They're yours.
Quite right. That's why I couldn't show anyone what happened in Draconia. I lay there, all day long on a laboratory table, feeling sorry for myself.
What's so special about the ruby?
It was sacred to my princess, and thus also to me. Moreover, it's the key to the mask. We may still need it.
I've had enough of all this. I want you to transform Nuri back. How can you do that anyway?
I learned it in the astral currents in the Gorian Desert. Tell me when you're ready, and I'll fulfill your wish.
I'm ready.
All we lack is the bird.
Nuri, you're just in time. We did it.
What?
The staff. I mean, this man. He was the staff. Whatever. He will change you back into a fairy.
Why into a fairy? And who are you, anyway?
Oh, no.
It was nice meeting you. Farewell.
Nuri! Nuri! Come back!
Did you hear that?
There's somebody at the waterfall.
Garon, they heard you.
I'll take care of it.
No, don't. Please. Too many people have been petrified.
Do you want us all to die?
No, Nuri, do something, but don't spill any blood.
No blood, and no petrified attackers. Your wish is my command.
We're too late. Even more have been transformed.
There! The Tulamid is stuck in one of the pillars.
Oh, he's trying to hide.
Smash him!
I don't think so.
Brider?
Garon, can you hear me? You're safe now. Let me show you the final chapter in Saj's journey. It's important that you understand what happened back then. That you understand me. 2 days after the Flying Fortress had left Draconia, we finally reached the battlefield, or as the clerics preferred to call it, the vestibule of the Nether Hells.
Oh, so this is where they took you. I've been looking for you for days. Another hit. I better hurry. A blunt, heavy mace. I can see the staff in there. By the gleam in his eyes, I can tell he's probably yelling his head off. It's firmly locked. Just what I need, a sword. No, it's totally blunt. Pretty much useless. I need something better. It's just standing there. There's room for 4 weapons and a shield. I could push it, but where? Why would I push the rack over there? Why would I push? The weight of the rack might be able to yank open the cabinet, but I only have one chance. I have to make sure the rack is as heavy as I can make it. If I want to fight, I'll need a shield as well. It's hanging too high. One of the enemy's missiles hit here. The gap is too wide to jump, and the wall is too high to climb. The opening is much bigger than necessary for the sword. A long, sturdy, but not very sharp sword. I'll tie one end to the weapons rack. Completely useless against demons. Why does it have a hole in the middle? That'll never work. The mace is too thick to stick on the throwing star. A strange construction, but perhaps I can use it to reach places that were inaccessible before. A long, sturdy, but not with a throwing star at its bottom. A blunt, heavy mace. If I want to fight, I'll need a shield as well. It's heavier than it looks. The shield isn't big enough to use for a bridge. One support alone won't be able to hold up the shield. The mace alone is too short. The scabbard is just a tiny bit too short. It doesn't reach the other end. It's not intended to fit, but it works. I really had to force the mace into the scabbard. A long iron lance, better suited for stabbing than for hitting. A glass case with a sword. It looks very, very powerful. The glass is too thick. I can't swing the halberd well enough. I'll take the thing apart first. It looks very powerful and very, very heavy. It looks very powerful and very, very heavy. I'll tie one end to the weapons rack. And I'll fasten the other end to the cabinet. I could push it, but where? At last.
Charizard! At last! Where have you been?
There's no time to explain. We're in the middle of the war and Kasim is about to take over the fortress. The clerics are trying to keep him out of the flotation chamber. But who knows how long they'll be able to.
A flotation chamber, Princess?
It's the heart of the flying fortress. It keeps us all in the air. Kasim believes that if he alters one of the floating crystals the way the researcher changed my ruby, he can read all of the memories from the mask, and thus all the spells of the Djinn of Time.
A complicated plan for a simple-minded soul. But you'll stop him, won't you?
You can count on it.
The floating stone hasn't been destroyed yet. It has only lost some of its power. Perhaps I can use my magic to get it back into shape.
It's behind thick glass.
The floating stone hasn't been destroyed yet. Perhaps I can use...
Awaken the floating crystal! Thanks.
You're welcome, Princess.
The flotation chamber is the core of the fortress. It keeps the whole building afloat. If Kasim gets the main crystal under his control, he'll have more power than ever before.
Amazing what you can do with a handful of stones.
We're almost there. The battle is in full swing.
You finally reached your goal, mistress. The great battle against the demons.
Yes, but the worst of them is not a demon.
Looks like we've come too late. Looks like we've come too late.
Kasim did this. That swine.
Princess.
Ariakos, are you all right?
You've come too late. He has almost succeeded.
Do you still have my dagger?
It's hanging on my belt. We tried to bless it, but it was as if the gods refused to do it. As if they had turned their backs on you.
So it's come to this. Now even the gods punish me with their contempt. Then all that's left to me is my magic.
Princess?
What?
I'm afraid that the combined presence of the prince and the crystals makes it difficult for me to perform any sort of magic. You'll have to touch him if you want to enchant him.
First the gods and now this? Then that's how it'll have to be.
You can't, in all seriousness, intend to go into battle armed only with a dagger?
As if it had ever been any other way. They're all dead. Kasim killed them. He's got nothing left except his belt. Hang on. I'll put an end to this madness.
Give up. He's much too strong for you.
No, I'll fight him with everything I can lay my hands on. He has humiliated me long enough. A moment ago I had swords, and now it's just stones. They're all dead. Kasim killed them. He's still carrying his scepter. The symbol of a Prios cleric. Useless, but I'll cling to anything I can find. I took everything I could find. It's made from sturdy leather, and its buckle is a seashell. That'll never work. That won't lead... I don't see any... I mustn't lose sight of... The cleric of the god of death has joined his master. He's got a quill. Not a great substitute for a sword, but what choice do I have?
You're smart, mistress. Now the crystal can no longer float upwards.
It's locked. I mustn't lose sight of my... I don't need a piece of that. That only works with magic artifacts. I'm on the wrong level. That won't get me anywhere. No. I'd rather not.
Don't even think about it. I'm a lot sturdier than I look.
They're lying too far.
Give up. He's
No, I'll fight. He has... No. No. Now that won't get... That won't leave... I don't... I can't... I can easily... I'd rather not. No. Now that's just... I don't much... It's locked. It's locked. The spell only works on living beings.
My spell only works on plants and small animals, Charizard. My spell only works on plants and small animals, Charizard. My spell only works on plants and small animals, Charizard. My spell... That is not a personal item, not for anyone. The item must have been carried around for a long time by a person, or the spell won't work. My spell only works on plants and small animals.
I took everything I could... I took every...
Give up.
No, he has... If the gods refuse to bless my dagger, then I'll just have to save the world without them. No. Now that's just uninspired.
What's he doing?
He's trying to read the memories from the mask with the power of the crystals. Just as I know your spells when I wear the mask, he wants to learn the magic of the Djinn of Time.
You suddenly understand so much, Princess.
I've been in this fortress for days. I've had enough time to learn his plans. It keeps the entire fortress up in the air. As long as Kasim is connected to it, he controls everything here. I can't hit it with anything. It's too far up. I can't hit it. He's trying to read them just as I know.
He still hasn't seen you.
Yes. Time for a surprise attack.
Ow! Who dares disturb me?
Who do you think?
Satya! You're alive!
You can't get rid of me that easily.
Oh, girl, leave me in peace. you think you are? This ends now. Watch, Satya, as I subjugate this chamber to my will forever.
Princess, I have something else for you. You can't overcome him as long as he has that magic shield around him. Its power is fed by the main crystal and the 5 small floating crystals in the towers.
What if I switched off the crystals?
Then he'll become weaker, and his shield smaller. Take this key for the left floating tower. But hurry! He's becoming more powerful by the minute.
Thank you. Ariakos' key to the floating towers. It's a map of the towers. The goddess of healing, Peraina, even she has abandoned me. Next to the stairs, there's a bracket for a torch. Nothing happened. A suit of armor next to a goddess. This place is both a fortress and a temple. It's not a real suit of armor, just a replica. Kasim stretched his arms all the way to here.
You shouldn't get too close to them.
They grow back together in an instant. There must be another solution. I'll show you all. I will heal the land that you have forsaken. We're in the lower chamber of the left tower. Nothing's moving.
Touch it, and I'll extinguish it before the arms have consumed it all.
There's a suit of armor in every room. The goddess of honorable battle, Rondra. I wonder what became of the young Amazon. What happened?
I drained the stone's power. The tower must have sunk a bit in the process. Go outside and have a look.
None of these suits of armor are real. The middle tower is full of this plague. What happened to the exit?
When you extinguished the crystal above, the tower came down a level. The exit is now closed off. If you want to leave, you'll have to awaken the power again.
I'll save my strength for... They grow back to...
The tower is up again. The tower is down again.
I don't see any connection. Now it's awake again and up.
The tower is up again.
restless, and holding the floating crystal firmly in their midst. Travia. Even the goddess of hospitality has betrayed me. His posture doesn't befit a brave warrior. It won't budge. None of these suits of armor are real. Hazinda, the goddess of science and arts. I can do without her blessing anyway.
Take care of the small crystals first. You won't reach the big one until his shield is sufficiently weakened.
I can't get close enough. Kasim's arms are disgustingly agitated.
The tower is down.
Let's see what happens if I tie the crystal on here. The belt yanked the crystal off the pedestal. It'll stay down here now.
You shouldn't get too close to them.
As long as the crystal is awake, Kasim's arms won't rest. That'll never work.
The tower.
I can't get Kasim's... I'm on the wrong level.
The tower.
As long as the crystal is awake, Kasim's arms won't rest. As long as it's asleep, it's down. That won't get me anywhere. No, that's... Be gone!
Kasim's arms appear to be unfazed by the sacred relics. That isn't what they want. That isn't what they want. That isn't what they want. That isn't what...
I don't see any
That That isn't what they want. The tower is up.
They grow back together in a... Be gone!
Kazim's arms appear to be unfazed by the sacred relics.
The spell only works on living beings. The spell only...
My spell only works on plants and small animals, Charizard.
First they tunneled through the center of the room and then grew all over it, like a bridge. First they tunneled through the center of the room and then grew all over it, like a bridge. This plague has blocked all the entrances. First they tunneled through the center of the room and then grew all over it, like a bridge. Why are you just standing here? Go outside and fight. Hazinda, the goddess of science and arts. I can do without her blessing anyway.
The tower is down.
As long as the crystal is... I can't lose my...
You shouldn't get too...
No. Now that's just uninspired. No, as long as it... That won't get me... I don't see any connection.
and I'll return its power.
None of these suits of armor are real.
As long as you can reach the crystal with your hand, there's no reason to smash it. The tower, as long as you can...
If that's what it takes. Now it looks like a regular old shard. Now it looks like a regular old...
I don't think waking this crystal here would be a good idea. The arms would come up in an instant and tear you to pieces. The tower is down.
Catch! That was that. O Tsar, goddess of peace, how could you be so wrong? Nobody can stop me now. No secret mechanism, nothing. Ah!
Princess, what's wrong?
He's in my head.
Has your past caught up to you?
Don't let him confuse you. It's only a game. A dark illusion to break you. None of it is real. Try to think about what you really see, and the deceit will vanish.
How I hate him. I'll kill him, once and forever. I'm a different person now. You'll see. Only just out of my reach. I need to get it closer and... I'll kill him, once and forever. You're going to pay for this, Kasim. All that is over. It will never again be that way.
It's only an illusion. Tell me what's really here.
Here is... a statue. Here is a torch bracket. Here is a suit of armor. Here is a shield. In this place is nothing. Here is a suit of armor. Here is a statue. Here is a shield. It's a map of the towers.
Take a deep breath. Everything's like it was before.
O Tsar, goddess of peace, how could you be so wrong? Nobody can stop me now.
When you extinguished the crystal above, the tower came down a level. The exit is now closed off.
I'm on the wrong level.
The tower is up again.
It's only just out of my reach. I need to get it closer and farther down somehow.
Touch it, and I'll deprive it of its power, Shahrazad.
That'll never work. I can't lose my head now. No secret. Nothing happened.
Kasim draws his powers from the crystals in the towers. Get me close enough, and I will extinguish them. Take care of the small crystal. You won't... The tower is down again.